Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, we'll have a quick overview of the limited series featuring the brand new Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Alright, so this is of course the first special event in the form of limited series featuring a new car. Car is worth some 500 gold if you're to buy it outright, and it is featured in a single car bonus series currently, so there's no way of let's say taking advantage of a showcase discount or anything like that, although car sales do come our way just about every week. Different selection of cars, right? That's featured on weekly events, right? Whether it's a time trial or online multiplayer, right? So anyway, for completing this grinder of an event that is limited series, right? You get to win the car itself, which is worth some 500 gold, 5,250 victory points, which at least guarantees you 25 additional gold from the roundup rewards, plus the 55 gold from the event itself, and some 150,000 racing dollars. Now, this event has a set PR requirement that is 59.8. And in order to bring your car's PR up to that number, you will have to get essentially 3 upgrades across the board for the total cost of some 324 gold and 1.8 million racing dollars and change. So that is the total cost of running this event. And as I said, you're guaranteed to get 25 back from the victory points and another 55, right? So that brings down the sort of the cost of ownership of this card closer to more like 250, 249, or yeah, right? Or maybe it was 55 and another 25, so that's, I guess, more like 80 gold that we get to earn back from completing this event. So it's more like, oh boy, 244 gold, right? And on top of that, you also have a bonus series that you can run with this car. And with the limited series PR, you should be able to complete 75%, which means you will get to earn another, like 45 gold, because the bonus series roar ahead. Total gold rewards in that series for 100% completion is 77 gold, with the last 100% giving you the larger chunk of 32. So if you take 32, off the total rewards, right, from 77, you get 45. I know, doing math in the video, bad idea, but I think I'm actually correct on that one. Anyway, so you take another 45 off from the total cost. Now it's cost of ownership is under 200 gold. In these days, that's quite affordable, I would say. So anyway, complete this event. The point that I was making just now. You have 7 days to complete it upon starting. All right, and let's see, what do we have? Ford Mustang Dark Horse Limited Series. Yeah, 100% complete. Win the car, not just a one-trick pony. Right. All right, so here's the breakdown of the rewards. So first, 25% completion. You will have to complete first 4 tiers, right? And that is going to require PR 50.9. And the rewards include 750 victory points, 5 gold, and 15,000 racing dollars. And the 50% completion gives you an additional 1,000 victory points, 10 gold, 30,000 racing dollars, and of course that you have to claim 2 gold trophies in tier 8, which means you need to get past tier 7, which requires PR 53.5. And then 75% completion rewards you additional 1,500 victory points, 15 gold, and 45,000 racing dollars. And that you need to earn 1 gold trophy in tier 12. So you need to get past tier 11, which requires PR 56.5. And finally, the grand prize, 100% completion. You get to win the car. Once again, as I said, is worth 500 gold, 2,000 victory points, 25 additional gold, and 60,000 racing dollars. And yeah, so here, let's unlock the series and confirm all the numbers we got going in this series. Right. And also, this car is featured in that the time trial competition also. So there is additional gold that you can earn from upgrading this car. So of course, the higher the PR, the better rank. I mean, not guaranteed, but it's gonna be easier to get higher rank in that time trial competition, which means I expect if you have 3 upgrades across the board, I think that's majority of what people are gonna do. Then that's gonna be additional 50 gold. So now we're talking like, under 150 gold possibly. Even if you land rank C, that's gonna be 25 gold. So that's like 175 gold for the cost of ownership of this car. So, I mean, my only complaint about this car is the fact that it's a single bonus series car, unfortunately, which is a shame. This one, roar ahead, as I was saying. So, and you get 3 hours, as you can see, instant service and upgrade offer. So let's take a look. Head back to the limited series and confirm all our numbers. So final tier 15. The 4-lap cup at Spa, yes, does require PR 59.8. So the crucial numbers. I believe stage 1 upgrades are all racing dollar upgrades only. And the second stage upgrades are all gold. The odd number stage upgrades are racing dollar upgrades, and the even number, so second and fourth where available, are gonna be gold upgrades, right? So I'll have all the specs of the car in the description box below. So if you guys just want the numbers, just scroll in the description box below. I'll have all that info as usual. All right, so let's get the stage 1 upgrades all on and see where that brings this car's PR up to. It should be, let's see. I don't think it's gonna get us quite to where you can do any like completion tiers, like 25% completion with the racing dollars alone, because they usually put the gold reward tier behind the gold upgrade tier, if that makes sense. Right, so with the roundup stage 1 upgrades on board, we got PR 50.7, which is gonna be just a little shy, 0.2 PR point shy of 20, getting through tier 4. So 25% completion will require you to put gold upgrades, and none of them are they are all more than 5 gold that we'll get back. So if you're putting gold on this car, yeah, you'll have only justification is to go all the way, right? So time to put some upgrades on, right? So 55 gold, and we'll just get the stage 3 racing dollar upgrades as well, because we are gonna have to get 3 upgrades across the board to meet the PR requirement of 59.8. Go. Next. And exhaust. another 48 gold. And brakes, 36 gold. And then finally, tires and wheels, additional 45 gold. And there we go, exactly at 59.8 for the total cost of some 324 gold up front. Right, so that is the cost of upgrading to meet the PR requirement, 200% complete. And then here, we'll just, from this point in the video, we'll just kind of check out the events in each tier, see if there are any possible difficult tiers or whatnot. So here we go. Tier 1, with Speed Snap at Monza Junior course. That's a pretty easy one. One of the easier speed snaps, and it's at the very beginning of the event. So if you don't want to struggle later on, try to win by minimal margin of victory, right? And the endurance, we got Suzuka Grand Prix, and yeah, so my general strategy for these limited series features, usually for new cars, because I don't want to, get stuck, because in the past that has happened before, where, even like, unless you put more upgrades than what's required, you have essentially, if you go full on from the beginning, sometimes you get stuck where it's just not possible with the upgrade that is required. You end up having to spend more on upgrades than what was required, simply because you trained the bots to be faster. So that's where I say, like, yeah, go with the minimal and try to win by the smallest margin possible. If not training the bots, at least managing the bots. You know what I mean? So try not to blow out your competition from early on. Obviously, last year, once you get to that point, you can do, race like you normally would. Go as fast as you can, right? But the earlier stages, I would say, like, try to manage your bots if you don't want to struggle later on. Because there's nothing quite as frustrating. Well, actually, there are other things frustrating, but it is very frustrating when you get to the, like, stage or tier like 10, 11, 12, and all of a sudden you get stuck, like at a speed snap, and your car just does not have enough oomph, to get you past that tier. Even though you're hitting perfect line, but you've trained bots to be so quick that it does not allow you to, more recently, they allowed us to kind of adjust the bots to come back down slower by constantly losing, or sometimes you don't even have to actually use up the service bars. You can just, like, start a race and quit right away, start a race, quit right away, and some events the bot speed will come down, bots will slow down, but we'll see if that happens with this one. I don't know. I don't want to test it. So, anyway, just little extra info from my years of experience playing this game at this point for anybody who's new to the game. So there you go. Anyway, tier 1. What's the cup? Dubai Grand Prix. Ooh, 2 laps to start off the tier 1. Are we gonna have some long races here? Because starting out tier 1 with the 2 laps at a Grand Prix circuit of any kind, I would say is sets the tone, Anyway, let's see. Let's check out the next tier. So tier 2, we got Hunter at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, so that's a full lap. Autocross at Daytona road course. Autocross at any Daytona usually is one of the longer Daytona autocrosses. Like, let's see, autocross, that tends to be longer than I wish it were. It was. The Daytona is one of the circuits, and the other one is Nürburgring. They always seem to be on a longer side of autocrosses. When we used to have team events, there used to be like autocross. I don't remember what it was called. Autocross Annihilation or something like that, where you just have to rack up as many autocross wins as possible. And everybody's go-to circuit was always Catalunya Club, because you can score a win for, like, let's say something like P1 GTR. You can do that like under, like, usually like 12 seconds win, you know. And if your car is in critical condition, it might take like a little bit longer. But yeah, you know, like 12 seconds, that's nothing, you know what I mean? So yeah, there are some tracks, some circuits with quicker autocrosses than others, and Daytona is just one of the longer ones. There you go. Not that it matters in this case, because you have to run through it anyway. But just a little side note there. All right, and then the Cup for Tier 2. This one is going to be at COTA. All right, Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. 3 laps. All right, PR 48.7 required. Heading on over to Tier 3, we got Speed Record, another full lap event at Catalunya National, and followed by head-to-head at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, another single lap. Yeah, followed by the Cup at Hockenheim Short. All right, we don't get a whole lot of races there, do we? And it's mostly, I feel like we have more night races at Hockenheim than daytime. It's gonna be only 2 laps, so okay. Tier 1 was the longest race, I feel like, so far. PR 49.9 required to get past Tier 3. And Tier 4, we got elimination at Porsche Test Track, short on-road circuit. It's a timed event, so it doesn't really matter what circuit you're running on. You have to survive for, what, 2 minute 20 seconds? Right? Or is it 2 minute 40 seconds? Somewhere around there. All right, followed by Speed Snap at Silverstone National. And then we got Cup at Laguna Seca. 2 laps. Oh, I guess we're just doing a bunch of 2-lap Cup, except for that Tier 2. PR 50.9 as we checked out earlier. All right, that gets us to Tier 5. We got a drag race. This one, Nürburgring Grand Prix, followed by Autocross at Lime Rock Park West Circuit. So West Circuit is the one that has the bus stop further down the circuit, right? The South Circuit is the one with the sharp chicane. And then, of course, Road Course is the one that doesn't have any of that. Fastest one out of the 3. So yeah, just simply because we haven't had a whole lot of events, because it's a new circuit, right? Autocross, we'll see where that takes place. And the Bugatti Circuit Cup, PR 51.8 required for, once again, 2-lap Cup event. All right, Tier 6. We got Hunter at Melbourne. That's a full lap event. Followed by Endurance at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. So depending on how you train your bots. Shortest distance, from what I remember, is, I think, about a mile. Like 1.7 kilometers. I think it's about as slow as you can make the bots to go. Sometimes you can make it drop down below, like I've seen it where it drops down to like 1.4 or 1.2. But if you redo it, it jumps back up to like 1.7. So I think they have a kind of cap on how short they're gonna make an endurance event. That's more like if you're running, you know, run a mile. There you go. And then Cup for Tier 6, we got a Monza road course. Once again, 2 laps, PR 52.7 required. All right, that takes us to Tier 7. We got another elimination, this one at Hockenheim National, followed by a speed record at the Brickyard road course. So that's a full lap, followed by Cup at Mount Panorama. Morning's race, once again, 2 laps, PR 53.5 required, and that is, of course, what's required to get to the 50% completion reward. In Tier 8, by completing most likely Speed Snap at Suzuka West. And another drag race, drag race number 2 here, Porsche Test Track, this time long on-road circuit. I think that's where it always takes place when we do it in Leipzig circuit. All right, and then Cup to get past Tier 8 is going to be at Daytona Motorcycle Course. Ooh, look at that, 3 laps, PR 54.2 required. All right, Tier 9, we got Endurance at Laguna Seca, Hunter at Dubai International, and followed by Cup at Lime Rock Park Road Course. So that's the fastest layout. And it's going to be dizzying 6 laps. PR 55 required. Yeah, Lime Rock Park is a fun circuit. I do enjoy it. You know, it's like a, yeah, it's short and quick, and got some that first corner, big round, you know, big arc, right? So you don't just brake all the way or, you know, put gas on all the way. You have to kind of manage your throttle, you know, which is kind of fun. All right. Anyway, I digress. Tier 10. We got Elimination at the 24-hour circuit. It's going to be a night race. And followed by Autocross at the International Circuit of Silverstone. And the Cup for Tier 10 at Catalunya National. 5 laps, PR 55.7. So now this part of the event, we're getting significantly higher lap count at least. They're not terribly long races though. All right, Tier 11, we got Speed Snap at Spa. So that one's pretty short one. You start at like sort of the exit of Lecon, you know, at the peak of the hill, right? And then checkpoint is at the end of that no-name corner, right? Followed by head-to-head. This one at Mount Panorama, afternoon layout, single cup. Yeah, Mount Panorama, getting the different time of the day rendering is kind of fun. I wish we had that when we used to do the supercar events. I'll have to play through some of those events, because those are some fun cars. You know, like Ford Fusion. Did you know that car exists in the game? Yeah, and we got some Nissans in there. Yeah, that's a really high grip, but like butter for brakes. There's like those cars, like, yeah, you're supposed to just take corners super fast with a minimal brakes. I mean, brakes are terrible on those cars, but boy, do they have grip to compensate, which makes the whole event kind of exciting, because, you know, you go very fast through those corners at Mount Panorama. Cool stuff. Anyway, Tier 11, Cup at the Brickyard Road Course. 5 laps, PR 56.5 required, and that is what you're gonna need to get past to claim your 75% completion reward, which requires you to win a gold trophy in Tier 12. You can do it by completing or winning endurance at Nürburgring Grand Prix, as you can see here, or a speed record at Monza Junior course. All right, or you can do the Cup, you know, but that's gonna have a higher PR. So what is that number? 57.3. It's gonna be another 5 lap. So we're getting a lot of like short, mid-length, short-length, high lap count races in this like kind of like second half of the event, which is cool. Those I think are the most fun races, instead of having, you know what? Generally, a bit lengthier races, I mean, I think are kind of fun. Anyway, Tier 13. It's coming from a guy who used to do like Le Mans 10 laps every day. I know, back in the day. Anyway, next tier, Tier 13. We got, this is a third instance of a drag race, isn't it? Okay, this one at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit, followed by Hunter at Bugatti Circuit, single lap. followed by Cup at Silverstone International. Once again, 4 laps. And PR 58 required. And the penultimate tier, tier 14, we got autocross at Mount Panorama, night race, speaking of. So the hill climb, right? Let's see, how long would it take a car with the PR in the like 50 range, right? Because the base PR 46.2 taps out at 64.2. So kind of, PR 50, mid 50s, right, is where this car is going to mostly be sitting on for most people. Or I guess PR requirement is 59.8. So that's where I expect everybody's car is going to be sitting on, especially if you made it this far in the event. 50 seconds? Yeah, for Mount Panorama hill climb, maybe. I think 50 to 55, somewhere around there, I think is reasonable. And if you train your bots, you can have it go past a minute. I think that's a reasonable time. Anyway, head to head at another Australian circuit, Melbourne. And this one also got, of course, a sunset layout, which is kind of fun. The shadow being casted from the buildings in a different place because it's a different time of the day. So if you've been relying on the breaking points with where the shadows are casted, then you have to kind of relearn the circuit, And some parts of the circuit becomes a little bit darker than normal. Things you have to get used to, right? Anyway, Tier 14, Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, dawn layout. That's been in the game, I feel like, ever since this circuit has been introduced. 6-lap Cup, as I said, high lap counts, right? And Red Bull Ring, short. It's like micro Grand Prix circuit, right? PR 58.9 required. And that takes us to the final tier, tier 15. We got elimination at Laguna Seca. And the speed record at Lime Rock Park Road Circuit. And the final cup at Spa. And it's going to be a 4-lap. So that's a proper full-length race. So, yeah, for anybody who's starting fairly new to the game, like events like this, 4-lap at Spa isn't something that's available early on in the normal road collection races. So it's kind of a nice opportunity to take advantage of those bonus fame days or bonus racing dollar if you need racing dollars. I mean, early on you're gonna need it too. So yeah, that's why I point these things out. Anyway, 4 laps, PR 59.8 as we checked out earlier, which cost you some 324 gold to achieve that. So anyway, all right, so that'll do it for this overview of the limited series featuring Ford Mustang Dark Horse. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.